And then just the last thing I want to talk about is just a little bit of delegation. For those of you who've delegated to other people, you know that it's absolutely critical. We can't do everything ourselves. We have to rely on other people. Okay? But one of the reasons that we tend not to want to rely on other people is we're afraid they're not going to do it the way we would do it. We're releasing that control, and we're concerned about accountability. We're ultimately concerned, are they going to follow through? So let me just share my little anecdote. When I was at IBM, we were constantly having this problem where the PM or the team leader would explain a task to somebody in a fair amount of detail and then look at them and ask what we found out was the world's worst question. Now, do you understand? Okay? What is the answer to do you understand? Yes. Does that mean they understood? No. So the problem we were running into was, of course, they would nod their head up and down, but then 3 weeks later come back with a blank sheet of paper and say, I didn't quite understand. Can we go through that again? But now we've lost 3 weeks of productive time. So what we came up with instead, we kind of deemed the 3 magic questions. And so instead of asking them after you explain it, do you understand, you actually go into these 3 questions. First one, what's your understanding of the task? Can you just kind of repeat it back to me? I just want to be sure that I got it correctly and that we're on the same page. Okay, see how I kind of put it on me as opposed to putting it on her. Why do I want to do that? Yeah, it takes the pressure off in terms of that wording. And then what did you say?
Well, it could absolutely.
Yeah, takes that pressure off and ensures that we really are on the same page, because that's my little sanity check. That's my opportunity to see, did she really get the message I intended for her to get? And if you look at mission critical jobs, usually this is part of standard operating procedure. When air traffic control gives coordinates to the pilot, what does the pilot have to do? Repeat them back. That is just normal operating procedure. So that's number one. Secondly, what will the deliverable actually look like? Like, not just the words, but what will it actually look like? Is it going to be a table? What will the fields be? Is it going to be an Excel spreadsheet, a PowerPoint document, a Word document? How long is it going to be? What are going to be the steps or the topics in the PowerPoint slide? You really want to start to get a visual. And I actually go so far as to ask them to either sketch it out or send me a sample. Send me some sort of blank sample of what that actual deliverable is going to look like. I can't tell you how many times we got burned because we threw out these terms of deliverables like, yeah, I need you to do a business plan. Or I need to do a marketing plan. Well, even a project plan. Well, what does that really mean? I mean, business plan to him might be completely different than business plan to her. So I want to get away from those vague terms and really get clarity. And then we took it actually one step further, ensuring that our client was on the same page as we were. During our kickoff meetings, we would actually show them a sample of what the final deliverable was going to look like. Because it's a really bad feeling when you get to that final meeting with the client and realize you were not on the same page. They were expecting X, but you provided Y. So that's really helpful. And then the last step is, what are the first 3 steps you're going to take to start working on this task? Just, out of curiosity, just tell me, what are the first 3 things you think you're going to do? Then they might say, oh, well, I'm going to call up the client and see if I can schedule a meeting to talk about the requirements document. I'm going to say, oh, no, we're not even close to that. First, we need to have an internal review, okay? Then we need to get on Bob's calendar and ensure he's okay with it before we send anything to the client. So that starts to give you a sense of, are we on the same page? Or are we not on the same page? Okay? But I like to say that these are my questions that allow me to sleep at night. Because we've all haven't you had that kind of sick feeling where you explained it and you think they got it, you're not 100% sure, but then you get the butterflies in your stomach and you're just hoping and praying. But when I ask these questions and I get tangible responses back, I really start to get that warm, fuzzy feeling that we're on the same page and they're on the right path.